Hello everyone and welcome back to Agentic QA Factory. In this video, we'll learn about creating UI utility. As per the POM framework, we are supposed to create separate class files for each of these pages. These pages may have UI elements like username in login page or cart in checkout page. But the actions on them could be click, feel, wait for, or hover could be common for all these classes. If we are creating code for clicking, filling, or hovering in each of these pages, we are creating a duplicate code. Okay. Because of the duplication, the maintenance becomes tough. Of course, there would be if for any changes you have to change the multiple files, and there could be a flaky behavior. And it is not just limited to the functions that I have mentioned. The list of UI interaction could be as exhaustive as the one that I'm showing right now on the screen. It could be click, fill, select various options, visible, enabled, checked, awaits, navigations. So all these methods get repeated in each of this page. The possible solution could be we can create a single utility which all the pages could utilize. Advantage that we will get, we'll have the reusable code, and such code is easy to maintain. Having understood the need of a common UI utility, let's understand how do we create such reusable code for UI utility. There are various ways. You can use the inheritance, or you can use the fixtures, or you can use the standalone utility functions. We'll learn each of them one by one. But before we go there, earlier we were just having pages and tests as the folders. Of course, any of the reusable code you want to create on fixtures, we could have fixture code. But apart from that, for any common code, could it be the helper of UI or API or the individual page helper, we will put them into the utils folder. So we can have a separate folder for utils where we will keep all our helpers layer. So let's understand the first way of creating the UI utility. We can use the inheritance, one of the core pillar of the object oriented programming, where we can create a base page and all the UI interaction actions we can put in this base page, which becomes the parent to all these pages. So login, checkout, card, registration, n number of pages you might have, they all will become child to the base page. And in the base page, we are going to put the code of UI interaction. Let's understand this in real time. So base page is your parent class, and it has got all the methods of UI interaction. It could be clicking, it could be filling, it could be wait, it could be enabled. Everything will go into this base page, and then we can have our pages as the child to the base page. Okay, I'm using the extents, that means it is child to base page. And now I can readily use the method fill, which is coming from here, or click again, which is coming from the parent class. Okay, so simple inheritance we can use to create the utility UI utility. So base page, or this is the comparison of what was happening without the inheritance and now with the inheritance. So earlier without the inheritance, you might just copy the codes in the pages. This is just login page and checkout page. You may, start duplicating this code into various other pages into your framework. What instead we can do is we can create all this duplicated method into the base page, make this as a parent, and use the extents to the other pages. They become child to the base page, and you can utilize the inheritance. Okay. All right. So we, having understood the inheritance is a way to create the UI utility, let's see how we can accelerate the development using the AI. So this is the prompt I'm going to give to my Claude. Create a base page with common UI utility functions. Fill, click, and refresh. There could be another, UI interaction that you might want to put into framework, but right now I'm just limiting myself to only three. Then what we are asking it to create is, we are going to ask it to create a login page that inherits this base page, and hence the login page can use this utility functions. And of course we want login end to end as a. So this is the prompt that I'm going to give to Claude. Since this is new prompt, let me just give the details of base URL and locators to be used for the login page. So Claude is working on the files. The files are ready. As expected, the base page is created with three functions, and this is the parent class. So let me just copy this and go to Playwright. I am going to create a new file here. Time being, I am creating in fixtures folder. Just give the name as base page.ts and paste the code. So the parent base page is ready. Now I'll go to the Claude and copy the login page. So login page is now using the inheritance, extending the base page, which is parent page, and hence it is able to use the methods from that class. So let me just correct this. Base page is in fixtures, so I will just say so this is ready, and now the end-to-end login test. Oops. Copy. We'll just write the correct test data so that it can execute correctly. Okay, so it's all ready. Let me just correct this also. It is from the pages folder. Right, so my test is ready. Let me just execute it. Okay, so it executed and the result is pass. Okay, so that way we can create a base a page. So now let us explore other ways to create the UI utilities. In this method, you can create UI action as a class and add all the functions that you want to use for your UI interaction. Once the class file is ready, you can convert that into fixture. This code will convert the UI action class into a fixture. Once the fixture is ready, you need not to create the object of this class. You can readily use into your test because object injection is automatical with the help of fixture. So you can use it directly into your test. UI action is a fixture which the test is directly using. This is the prompt that you can give to Claude to create the UI utility fixture. In this case, we'll ask it to create the UI utility fixture rather than creating a inheritance. I'm not going to show the full implementation of this approach in Playwright to keep the video concise, since already I have covered fixtures in details in my previous video. If you want to understand the complete implementation, make sure to watch my dedicated video on Playwright fixtures. Also, let me know in the comment box if you would like the prompts for your own experimentation and practice. Now, let's understand another way to implement the UI utility. In this method, we can create the standalone utility functions. So these are the standalone function. For fill, one function; for click, another one; and for the refresh, another one. They are not kept in any of the class, they are standalone functions. Once these functions are created, you can import these functions into your test and then use it into your test. Okay, so this is very simple to implement compared to the other two. Finally, let's compare all the three approaches. Depending upon your framework requirement, team preferences, and project size, you can choose the approaches that fits you the best. Both inheritance based base page architecture and fixture injected utility class are commonly used in enterprise automation frameworks. However, personally, I prefer fixtures over inheritance because the code remains more loosely coupled and flexible. Do check out the entire comparison. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was useful. Subscribe to Agentic QA Factory for more such content.